What was your primary drink while fasting? I'm thinking elderberry or dandelion tea since it's becoming warm again. Your thoughts? I drink mainly tonic water with Topo Chico, and I added in some colloidal gold, colloidal silver, and trace minerals.
Now, whenever you go and do the fast, you have to remember you're going to be detoxifying your body. Hmm?
Now, we have to discuss your primary modes of elimination, which is through breath, through your number one, through number two, and through sweating. Since you won't be doing much of number two, or you will still be doing it, your body has a bunch of mucus in there that's going to start coming out. And that mucus is also going to contain any of those wormy worms that you might have. So watch for that. You have to focus on sweating. You have to make sure you go outside at least once in a day and sit there directly in the sunlight, exposing as much skin as you can to the sun and letting it warm up your body so that your body starts to naturally sweat. You want to get the sweat. As you go into fast, your body is going to start breaking down the fat to survive off of. But the part that makes the fast hard, the sickness or the flu that starts coming on to you, it's because the environmental pollutants and other toxins are stored in our fatty tissues. So it's actually your toxicity that makes you sick. So during this time period, you want to increase your intake of water as much as you can tolerate. But at the same time, don't forget you need to think about mineralization. And for that, you want to get some type of salt, like pink Himalayan salt, or ideally Celtic sea salt. This is the Celtic sea salt that I'll be using. And also, fellas, you may have seen this before. Ladies, you should know what this is. This Aztec healing clay can be used internally inside small amounts, and it helps to attract the heavy metals in your system that'll be bit let set free, I guess you could say, to help pull them out. I've also gone out and got some Shilajit, which is to help with minerals, and I have sea moss, so this will cover all my mineral needs. Time when I went to my fast, it was like a mad rush to death. And I think there should be a kinder way to do that. You all shouldn't have to go through that. It's not going to be comfortable, though. You're going to have to overcome some internal adversity. Also, the reason why you want to get the Celtic sea salt is because the Celtic sea salt helps to put water into your cells. It helps to make sure the water is still being exchanged. You're drinking more water than you normally do. You're going to need to put in more minerals to help transfuse that water into your system. You will begin to notice that your body is heating up a lot. Like as you fast, you burn the fats. Literally, you're going to start getting hotter. You might end up causing yourself having an internal heat stroke because you overheat. Need to make sure you keep the system lubricated, okay? Keep some water in you. As far as taking the elderberry, well, let's see. It's a strong antioxidant, algae relief, strong immune enhancer, relief from respiratory infections, antibacterial, antiviral qualities. I like it. I like it. It's also used medicinally by herbalists and to help boost your immune system during cold and flu season, which you will be feeling some type of cold that's going to come on. So that could definitely help out with that. It cleanses the body, improves the vision, speeds up the metabolism, increases respiratory health, lowers inflammation, and protects against chronic disease. I like it. I would definitely say yes, use this for sure. Dandelions fight inflammation, inhibit cancer cell growth, boost the immune system, supports healthy digestion, and boosts skin health. So, yes, those are going to be good because the body's going to be going crazy. It's going to help the immune system fight off things that are going to be coming out. You're going to feel sick. That's part of it. You might not feel sick if you're not toxic, but usually I know that I'm going to feel sick. So I'm just preparing myself. I'm not putting that on any of you all. Now, one thing about the dandelions that I see is that while it assists with detoxification and liver support, it does act as a natural diuretic, which you're already going to be peeing a lot and getting a lot of minerals out. So you're going to want to make sure that you do find some type of mineral supplementation for the fast if you're going to be using dandelion often. And I just want to remind you, this fast is different than the fast I went through. You can have raw vegetables. See how it has all that electricity inside them that's coming out before they're cooked. right? That's the chi. That's the stuff that we want to get into our body to help sustain our body. And we're used to taking in the meats and using a very animalistic way of harvesting energy in our system. This is to try to trigger your system to go from being a beast-based system to being more of an energy-based system and activate those sides of you. The eclipse came through Jonava. They went through 7 Ninevehs to declare the fast, right? We've just seen this event happen a week ago. Pay attention and see what the cells do whenever they're dividing. What form and structure do they make? Make that not 3D, make it flat. You know how those people who are puppets and stuff, they'll be sitting there doing the whole this thing all the time, right? They're putting out symbols, not even realizing what it is. Learn to hold that shape inside your mind. There's many various things and actions you can take with that shape, but you first have to learn how to hold it inside your mind. What we have is right now, the present moment, where our attention and awareness is. You can be watching this, but keep inside your mind like a little ball going around the outside of it, visualizing that inside your head. Just the ball moving inside the circle, making the light. And so it starts moving quicker and quicker until you have like the ghostly outline, and it's just, the ball is there. By your attention and your awareness on it, you build up that ghostly outline by keep on moving the thing through the same space. You train this with your eyes closed, so you can sit here with your eyes open, and still, your eyes are taking the information, but there's kind of like a darkness that you know is behind here, and you can sit there and keep on thinking about the circle moving. Keep on storing up the potential energy inside of it. You're bringing the doorway, the access point to light. Remember, you're taking that circle from that to this, and you're going from that to get to this inside yourself. Eventually, the goal is to get to something like this, but you gotta go through the steps and the phases, piece by piece, in order to build it. If you build it, it shall come. However, you will not want to be active all the time. If you're active all the time with that amount of energy that you've accumulated, you potentially start to release a gravitational field from that, from going from you holding it within to showing it without. And so the circle moves and crosses over. You can have a cool whatever show going on in there, and you bring it back, cross it back over, and you can turn it back off. This is your base. This is ground zero. This is the center, okay, that you are forming, or at least trying to have this have some sense and such within it. You're switching your body from being inside of a state where you've existed off of the death of other things to where you're existing off of the life energies that are coming through these things, and also pulling in the energy from the sun into your body and storing it to build life energy within you. It's a tragedy that a lot of people will die from starvation and stuff like that, right? But I don't think that's exactly the way it's built in. We're just not taught the techniques to sustain our life. Those were taken from us to force us to go out into the world and do things before we were ready. And that way we're easier to manipulate. Whenever you can't control your own life force or how you collect your own energy, how you keep yourself alive, it's much easier to fall to the world. And don't get me wrong, I love food. But we have to also get back to our spiritual nature, where we can just exist without having to eat as much as we do anyway. And don't worry, eventually we'll throw some meat in there, like unseasoned chicken breasts. I've never had that in my life. So we're going to go ahead and throw it in there. Why? For the experience of what it's like to eat meat once you've been off of it for so long. Also, you may want to go out and get some papaya so that you can have the seeds. The papaya seeds are good for cleaning any parasites. And during this process, if you have any parasites in your body, they are going to be upset at you. And so massacre them. Just eliminate them. Get them out of your system. You don't need them there. And remember to focus. Make this circle your center. This is where it all started. Like an egg waiting to be fertilized. Had to sit there and light yourself up. You're responsible for your own creation inside of eternity. You have to heat your system. That's correct, right? There you go.